Don McGaugh, State Representative, 39th District, and I have Ray, Carroll, and Sheridan counties.
Mike Colona. I'm a state representative out of St. Louis City, and I've been practicing law since 1994.
I am Senator Kiki Curls, and I am from the 9th District in Kansas City.
It's Bob Dixon, State Senator, District 30, and Chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
For the last couple years, I've been on the Civil and Criminal Jurisprudence Committee. The last year, I was chairman of that committee based upon some moving up in leadership of people kind of above me. So took on a new role last year, so I kind of had to dive in and help a little bit more with the bar-related bills, the legal-related bills. So it's been a good transition and a lot of work. A couple years ago, they changed the surveying and landscaping statute. And within that, they changed some legislation regarding, or the statute regarding legal descriptions, and there was some dispute about whether attorneys could basically draw legal descriptions. So I kind of cut my teeth. My office, when I first moved back to my hometown, I shared that with the title company, and so I was doing real estate business, and so I had a general idea about what was going on, what the law had been, and how it had changed. So we worked with the Missouri Bar and their working group, property and real estate group. It was a lot of compromise, a lot of meetings, and in the end we got it done and the governor signed it, so we're happy that we made that progress.
Before I'm a Democrat or before I'm a guy that went to Truman University, I'm a lawyer, so I think like a lawyer. And what that really means, regardless of our party affiliation, is that we're kind of slow, conservative, and methodical on the way that we do things. We like to take a lot of time to think it through. If I do X, what are the outcomes going to be? If I do Y, what are the outcomes going to be? Anybody that's worked with the bar on any of the committees with any issues know that they spend a ton of time looking at the effects if we do this or the effects if we do that. Take the insurance defense bar and the plaintiff's bar. You get them in on a committee, they bang heads for 6 or 8 months, but normally the product that they agree on, the product that comes out with a recommendation from the bar, is a really good product that makes sense. With the exception of maybe 1 or 2 things, I've never seen a bar issue that I didn't agree with because it had that type of vetting before the bar even took a position on it. And then what that allowed me to do, to be frank with you, is explain issues a little bit easier to my colleagues who aren't lawyers. Okay, not only is this a bar position on this, but here are the things that they did to slowly, methodically, and conservatively move forward. Just a thank you to the professional staff at the Missouri Bar and to the volunteer lawyers that go to the committee meetings, that come down to testify, that take my phone calls at 2 a.m. on how am I supposed to do this or how do I do that. That's a thankless job. I'm here on camera getting an award, but those really are kind of the unsung heroes, the folks that keep the wheels spinning and the trains running on time. Without their help, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
I was really, really excited, of course, about the opportunity to work very closely with Senator Bob Dixon, who was another co-sponsor of the bill, in addition to Senator Jamila Nasheed, of course, in St. Louis. But Senator Dixon and I worked very, very hard on both sides of the aisle to be able to get folks to buy in to just the notion of second chances for people who've made mistakes in the past. These happen to be nonviolent felonies and misdemeanors, which folks have the opportunity, of course, now to petition to be able to have at least those records sealed. You hope that within your legislative, the service period, of course, for which we're able to serve, that you're able to get some things done. So I am very grateful, really, to you all, Senator Dixon, Senator Nasheed, and all those folks that worked on this. It was really, really important to so many people around the state of Missouri, and I thank you guys.
I felt like it was extremely important that we address the issue of having a reasonable path to restoration for Missourians who have done their time or paid the fine, and they have spent the time doing what's right and restoring themselves. And we want to make sure that that process is there, that we're working with people and lifting them up. I made a very personal commitment to Senator Curls. I could see the passion for this issue in her eyes and in her spirit. I didn't think we would get it done this year, though. I thought it would take a few years, but you know, as is often the case, I think when you're working on something that is the right thing to do, sometimes it can take on a life of its own. And that's what happened with this bill. You know, the bar is very balanced, and I really appreciate that. There are all of the different specialties, if you will, that have a voice, their constituencies of the bar. And that's sort of what it's like serving in the Senate. I mean, I have all kinds of constituents. I'm there to serve them all. The bar has been excellent as a resource, visionaries, and also the leadership. Every bar president that I've worked with has been excellent because they understand the constituencies of the bar. And it goes again to another principle, ancient principle of you get wisdom when you have a multitude of counsel. I don't want to just hear from one side because I'm not going to find the mistakes and the errors, the unintended consequences. But when you get everybody together, which the bar is great at, you can avoid those pitfalls.